Hi all, welcome back. I hope you can hear me good. Thank you for those who have subscribed to my channel. Recently, we have a AOC coming out. It's an American thing, coming out and declaring that Space Force is a waste of money and that it should all go into healthcare. And on the Tim Pool show, Tim Pool, well-known YouTuber, leftist, he was saying how crazy it is, that the left is crazy. Trump came out and said the radical left will take over. I agree that Space Force could hardly pay for healthcare. I looked in the comments section. I was looking for people that were like-minded, people that would point out that space does not exist, that all the footage of space that we have seen has been faked. So we have space shuttles in space where they haven't even left the ground, and bad images. And I do not understand how mainstream media, how anyone in mainstream media has bought the lies, has been. I can see how powerful media is. I can see how powerful the Tim Pool show is, that you cannot get on there and write a comment in there. So I've written a comment in there. I'm the only one. I scrolled down for miles and miles in the comments to find someone, just one person, even a comment under it to say that space is not real, and not one person anywhere. I don't know if it's been scrubbed clean. I don't know what's going on. Is news dead? I mean, people are really people this brain dead that they believe the SpaceX Tesla car was in space. I mean, there was a dark background. I mean, that for me would have stood out as really, really fake. I mean, we have the bloopers, we have wires. Obviously, people in space are attached to wires. We can see the wires. The shirts are upwards with a wire. I mean, you could say that their shirts should be flapping with the gravity, but they're not. So they wear ties. Why wear ties in space is beyond me. The ties don't float. There's lots of things that it just doesn't make sense when you watch the videos. I'm not sure why there are plenty of flat earth believers out there and not one follows Tim Pool, or not one has the strength to go under there and make a comment. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so serious. I don't understand how it's got this bad. Uh, it's beyond me. I mean, Tim Pool is just rattling on. I mean, he's got a good. I mean, what he said made sense. If just a little bit of Space Force was true, he said Space Force already exists. The stuff that I've seen, none of it has been real. I would have thought that Trump was introducing Space Force for the purpose of exposing space for the space treaty, and exposing them, and trying to break the treaty laws that they have up there, and the hold that they have on the round earth theory over everybody, and that also connects to climate change, it connects to evolution, it connects to everything. And once you blow apart the round earth theory, but I have no hope in humanity, I have no hope in news, and I'm the crackpot, I'm the crazy one. At the end of the day, a theory, I mean, there are guys that will go on there and they'll talk about water and how water keeps level, and there are different type of people who won't debate it, the full picture. Why won't you debate the falsification of footage? of space footage of everything. Everything we see is fake. I mean, completely, utterly fake. And we're taking it in, we're lapping it up, we're just enjoying the Star Trek fantasy that we want for ourselves and for our children who have never, not one person has ever been in space. There were astronauts that lied. They came back, said there was no stars. They stuck to that story. And everyone knows that on the dark side of the moon, there should be stars. You can say that at some point you have to see stars when you orbit the moon and you get to the dark side, and we only see one side of the moon. Um, and when we use our telescopes, we see blobs of light, and then we see bigger blobs of light. But the telescope has helped flat earthers. They've been able to zoom in to the vanishing with the Nikon 900 to Nikon 1100. But you Google it again, and all the algorithms against flat earthers, and no flat earther, and there's some big prominent ones like Rob Skiba. There's a guy that went off YouTube because he's getting so much hassle. I mean, there's a guy called Sci-Fi Dan that's just attacking flat earthers, and what he does is attack the weak ones with the crazy theories. And at the end of the day, crackpots do tend to be attracted to new ideas that logically don't make sense, but it does make sense when you look into it. And when we have a round Earth, flat Earth debate, the round Earth scientists cannot even back up their own logic. They start talking fantasies and start making up stuff, and it just sounds crazy when you listen to them. Thank you for listening. And thank you for subscribing. And sorry it was space this time, guys. I mean, I don't really want to get back into space, into the space philosophy. I want to get out of it, but get dragged back in, and I don't really want to. I want to talk politics and other stuff.